Hi lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Treasure's Craft. My name is Treasure Peter. If today is the first time you're seeing my face, thank you so much for stopping by. Please do well to hit the subscribe button. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate you. As you can see on the video, I'll be making this simple kimono jacket that is mainly for beginners. So if it's something you're interested in, please kindly watch to the end for better understanding, and don't forget to drop a comment if you have any question. Thank you so much. Welcome back once again, guys. So to make this kimono jacket, I'll be using this material. This material is just 2 yards of Ankara fabric. It was 6 yards. I used it to make a top and a gown, and then the remaining one is what I'm going to be using for this kimono jacket. So I will recommend that you use at least 2 yards depending on your body size too. So I went ahead to fold my fabric into 4 because I want to cut the front and the back together at once, and then after that I went ahead to take my desired length. Note, while I folded my Ankara, since my Ankara is by 45, I used the 45 and I folded it into 2. That is why it is this way, and therefore I will have about 22.5 at my width, at the total width of my Ankara. So after that I went ahead to take my neck measurement. I took a neck width of 3 inches and a neck depth of 1.5 inch, and then I connected my neck like so. The next thing I went ahead to do was to take my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I measured my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I marked it. This is just to know where my shoulder measurement stopped, and then after that I'm going to start measuring my sleeves from my shoulder measurement. So I noticed that the remaining fabric was okay, was enough for me to use for my sleeves, so I just decided to leave it like that. Instead of cutting it out, I just decided to use the remaining one for my sleeves. And then after that I went ahead to take from my shoulder to about 12 inches, and that is where I'm going to start to take my bust, my round bust measurement. And this is because it is a kimono jacket and it is meant to be free, so you can actually start from your shoulder to your bust point, or you can take like 12 inches, 13 inches, 11 inches depending on how tall the person is. So I went ahead to take, at that point I took my bust circumference divided by 4 and I marked what I had, and then I added extra 4 inches allowance. The 4 inches allowance is for both my seam allowance and to make my kimono jacket free. If you want it to be very free, you need to add more than 4 inches. So I went ahead to just mark it across like so. So the next thing I'm going to take is to take my round sleeves. For my round sleeves, since it's a kimono jacket and it's supposed to be free, I measured round my hand how free I would love it to be, and then after getting it I went ahead to mark what I had divided by 2. But before marking it, I have to come down at that my point by 1 inch. So this is just like to take a form of a shoulder slant. So I went ahead to mark 1 inch down, then I took 10 inches, which I got about 18 inches. So I decided to take 10 inches so that my other 2 inch would be for joining allowance. So after that I went ahead to connect it in this form. Just watch the way I'm connecting my hand to that my bust point, to that my bust measurement, bust circumference divided by 4 after adding the 4 inches. So after that, from my 1 inch I took my shoulder slope to meet my neckline. So you're going to just draw a slant line. You're going to draw a slant line to now meet the neckline, not a straight line. Try to slant it to meet your neckline at the top. So this is just it. The kimono jacket doesn't take time. It's just something very simple, and that is why this video is for beginners. So after that I took where I feel my hip measurement should be, and I wanted to confirm if my hip will correspond. So I just decided to draw a straight line because I noticed that even if I use the same measurements, it will not affect my hips in any way. But if you're someone that is very hippy, you have to mark out your hip measurements and add allowance. So that is it, guys. I'll just go ahead to cut it. So guys, just watch the way I'm cutting it, and make sure you do not cut the wrong part. Just make sure you do not cut the wrong part. So guys, if you've watched up to this point and you've not yet subscribed, please do well to subscribe. I am an upcoming YouTuber, and this subscription will really mean a whole lot to me. Thank you so much. Please encourage me with your subscription. I really will appreciate it. So guys, remember I told you that I was cutting the back and the front together. So at this point, I'm going to just remove one side, and then I will leave one side as the front, and then we'll work with the neck of the front. Remember, the kimono jacket has a open part at the front. The front is open while the back is closed. So we are going to work on the neck. In order to work on this neck, remember the neck looks like sort of a V-neck, so I'll just go ahead to extend the neck. Just watch what I'm doing. I'm extending the neck in this manner, and when I reach around that my bust point, I started coming in by like 1.5 inch. Just use 1.5 inch. I recommend you use 1.5 inch. Sorry, I didn't take my time to actually measure and to show you that part, but I use 1.5 inch, and remember it's on fold. But you can actually come down at the neck part by about 8 inches and make it a V. Then from that 8 inches, you come in by 1.5 inch down to the end. So this is how the front part is, and we are now going to start sewing our kimono jacket. But before then, we are going to take the measurement of the front, the center front, and also of the neck. So from the up part, I'm taking the measurement to confirm what my center front is. Remember, the center front is in 2, so whatever measurement you have, you multiply it by 2, you take 2 of it. And then for the round part of the neck, you also measure the round part of your neck. And this is just because we want to use it to cut a long strap that we are going to use for the kimono jacket. So whatever you have, that is going to be the length of that strap. So I went ahead to cut the strap already. I cut it very long, but for the width, we are going I used 4 inches, and this is because remember I told you I used 1.5 inch as the opening, and if I use 4 inches, that will be 2 inches, and then my joining, it will now become 1.5 inch. I hope you understand. So the next thing I'm going to do is to just join the shoulder to my shoulder of my front and the back together. I joined it by 1/2 inch, the front and the back together. And after joining it, this is what I have after joining it. So the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to just I went ahead to just cut out the thread, and then I'll go ahead to fold and to hem my sleeves. So just hem your sleeves with the measurement you want your sleeves to be. So I use 2 inches to hem my sleeves, my both sleeves together, because I know the length of my sleeves. So after that, the next thing I went ahead to do was to close my side. So this kimono jacket is really a very simple one, so I went ahead to close my side using about 1 inch. I closed from up down on both sides, and then after that we are almost done. See how our kimono jacket is almost ready, just remaining one last step. So for this strap, remember I told you this strap, I folded it into 2, I hemmed it into 2, and then I'm just going to use it to round. Just use it right sides facing the right sides. Just take it round the front part and the neck of the back like this. So you're just going to sew it by 1/2 inch, and that is all. Just sew it round, and that is all. And then after that, I went ahead to just hem the down part of my kimono jacket. I took my hem, see how it is, and we are done with our kimono jacket. Our kimono jacket is ready. Thank you so much guys for watching. If you watched up to this point, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also comment. Before I forget, do not forget to weave your kimono jacket. It is very important for you to weave it, especially this part where you join your straps. So guys, I want you to try this if you're a beginner and you've not done this before. It's a very simple project, and Thank you so much, guys, once again. See you guys in my next video. Bye.